late. You're late.
I am late. Exactly. So, all right.
When do we start getting naked? She wants to know.
If it's after dark.
After dark episode.
After dark. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another fantastic episode. I don't even know where to look of This Week in Reselling, where we interview special guests each and every week. And I have a little help of my friends here. We'll discuss the highs and lows of reselling and dive into great conversation. We are positive that you're going to hear something that's going to help you become a better reseller. I'm your friend. I am your host, Ray. I'm joined by three of my favorite co-hosts on the planet. We have none other than my boy, Brendan. Big Time Flips is in the building.
Yeah, I am. It's nice to see everybody 30 minutes late.
Yeah, that's my fault.
That's
as you can see. Look, I'm not even in my deal here.
Yeah, I know.
So
Look,
we have Joe with I Flip That.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
And joining us today,
Ooh, look at that extra music.
we have none other than our friend Angie Resells. I can't remember. It's this.
filthy. I think it's a pair.
Hi, Angie. Good to see you today. But okay, so we have a very special guest today. We have none other than Paul, the Philly Flipper here. But he's here with. Do you want to introduce her? Do we want to? Who you are, Megan, aka / Maria.
Megan, you want to introduce yourself, then?
Hi, my name is Maria Rivero. There you go.
Yeah, great introduction.
Right?
Maria,
if you don't know how this shindig works, so we're going to go a little bit and then we're going to start the After Dark episode. For the people that may not know you, tell us a little introduction and who you are, what you do, reseller, not reseller, and how you ended up with the
Brandon Rivera.
that guy right there. Yeah, Brendan is Rivera.
Well,
Are you
that's
guys related?
No, she's
No,
Rivera.
I'm
Right. Ken?
Oh,
One letter off. But so needed.
maybe somebody.
Grab my phone.
Maybe he's spelling it incorrectly. So my name is Maria Rivero. I'm a licensed attorney down here in Tampa, Florida. I don't practice law anymore. I've been in sales for the last 13 years. I started in the adult intimacy scene. So lotions, lingerie, lubricant, bedroom accessories.
We got you, Joe. If you
50
need that.
Shades of Grey. That's why when I saw After Dark, I was like, oh, I'm in my element here.
We'll get into that.
Yeah, we'll definitely get into that. So, okay. I'm sorry. Finish. I'm already like.
Now he's already talking about finishing.
Yeah. That's what
Okay.
she said.
It's a little soon. I started selling jewelry a couple of years ago when I transitioned out of that industry, and then I just decided to bring it back. So now twice a year I sell adult intimacy. The rest of the year I sell jewelry. And I met Paul a few weeks ago. It's a crazy story how we met, but the long story short is I asked him to teach me about Whatnot. And so we met up at a Panera. He started teaching me. I went live.
And we fell in love.
That is not what happened. And instead,
she taught you about adult intimacy.
I stay away from that topic with him. Yes.
Yeah.
And we've done a couple of different shows together. We actually do the Q&A on his channel on Tuesdays now together. We did one this morning. And it's been fantastic. We bought a storage unit together last week. It's been a lot of fun seeing the other side of things. So I'm enjoying this part.
We're the future Whatnot power couple.
Whatever you say. Just friends.
Just friends.
Just friends.
Very, very friends.
Have you tried? Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say the joke here that they wouldn't know because they haven't
because
been
you guys haven't been doing your Whatnot shows.
They haven't been watching for the last 3 weeks is simply that we started as friends and then everyone kept saying, you guys have great chemistry, you have good chemistry. And so he asked me out for the first time live on Whatnot. And I said yes. And then should have said no. I said no multiple times.
Joe,
I said no multiple times.
Whose side are you on here, brother?
Clearly not yours.
Not yours.
I said no over and over again, mainly because I don't want to ruin what's a really good thing. He's basically the male version of me, and we had just met, and I love that all we want to do is work. But he wore me down. I said yes, and he was supposed to take me out yesterday, and then didn't. So that was the joke on today's live. So we still have not been on a date.
It's a power move, Brandon.
But we're always
Loser.
Let's go to you're gonna take it to Burger King and get you one of the crowns.
Oh, should we do that?
You do that and see how well that goes for you as a first date.
Probably not.
Do it. I would do it.
So Maria, so you're not a reseller until recently because of you
no,
meeting Paul.
reseller, but not on the like. She's been reselling for what 13 years, right?
Mm-hmm. So
But you've been reselling like as a job, right? Like reselling the adult intimacy.
So like that was
yeah,
that
so
wasn't
I would
like a
buy
side
intimacy
hustle, yeah.
wholesale and then I would sell it for full price. And that's what I did on Facebook for 10 years. And then 2 years ago, I started buying jewelry wholesale and then selling it full price also through Facebook and then TikTok. And now I've just moved over to
She's
Whatnot.
been pretty much doing what Whatnot's been doing, but without the Whatnot.
Yeah, I've been doing
Gotcha.
You're going live on Facebook and her groups and live selling, but on the Facebook thing.
I do 4 live sales a year, and it's one day only. And they know that the goal is 100,000 in a night, and my customers almost always hit it. And
in a night, Joe.
And they're very loyal. But I haven't moved them from Facebook to a different platform. And I like Whatnot. It seemed fun, and I get kind of bored. And now this storage unit thing seems fun too. So I'm just trying something different.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a lot like what Angie does on YouTube, where she does her auctions on YouTube, and you do them on Facebook.
I didn't even think to do stuff on YouTube.
No,
That's
we're
badass.
growing your YouTube now, so yeah.
Okay. I mean, I usually, in the beginning, the reason I had to do everything in a private Facebook group is because of what I was selling. We were required to have it in a private Facebook group. So now I guess with the jewelry, I could do YouTube. And this is why I love stuff like this.
Exactly.
Now I'm going to go balls deep in that and down that rabbit hole. And so I'm excited. Just another place to take over.
Okay, so this is good because we have kind of like a experienced seller, but jumping into a new platform, which is Whatnot, which is this behemoth of a platform. And a lot of people get burnt down on Whatnot super easily. So I'm just curious, to your perspective, Maria, what are some questions that you had in the beginning before starting on Whatnot? And then we can answer those questions for the people that are trying to dive into Whatnot, and they have those questions, and maybe not necessarily questions, but hurdles that how many Whatnot shows have you currently have done?
4, 3 sales in a community.
Okay, so still pretty new.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Her first
So
show.
let me take a step back. What are some things that you like about Whatnot, and what are some things that you don't like about Whatnot?
I love the impulsivity. I love the idea of swiping as opposed to just buying from the chat. I like the sense of urgency. I think that lends itself to more sales. I like the giveaways. That's different than any other platform. I love the shipping from the seller's side. I think that's really easy. I don't know. I think maybe it's just because it's new to me, but the platform just seems more fun and less, which is going to sound crazy, but it seems less like I'm being sold to when I'm on Whatnot. When I go into TikTok, every single thing feels like an advertisement and like a video that somebody stayed at home and then made. Whereas when I go into Whatnot, I get to choose the room I go into and I meet a human being. And yes, they're trying to sell to me, but it just doesn't feel, I don't know how to explain. It just doesn't feel the same. And I like that. And then I want to connect with that person. And
It doesn't feel as someone being like solicited to, right?
Yeah. And I feel like there's a real person there attached to the sale and they're going to see it. And I don't know, the connection is what you're missing in other places. And of course, I mean, anyone who's in sales can tell you that when you have that kind of connection, your sales are going to do better. So I find myself going into Whatnot often. And now I feel like I have Whatnot friends.
Yeah.
How long did you work in sales for before starting to sell things of your own, quote unquote?
So I didn't. I was in law school and I passed the bar. And right after I passed the bar, they were offering $40,000 a year at the state attorney's office. And that didn't even cover daycare, gas, and food. So I decided that I was going to stay home and find something to sell. And at the time I was reading 50 Shades of Grey and I didn't really understand what I was reading because I was super vanilla. So I started Googling and then and I'm like, what is a crop, a flogger, nipple clamp? What are these things? And I didn't want to pay full price because #never pay full price.
Never.
I saw something that said that you could buy it wholesale and make money. And I'm like, I'm just going to say I'm going to buy it wholesale. And I wasn't planning on selling it. And then, I mean, sex sells and I enjoyed it. And it became an empowerment mission, right? I was keeping married women married, single women safe, and all women happy through sexual health education. And that became my platform. I became a certified neuroscience coach, really big on mental health, the importance of communication during intimacy. So I wasn't just selling the products, I was also selling a lifestyle. And I really did love it, but I never was in traditional sales. I went to law school because I planned on arguing because I thought my life would be my cousin Vinny. But the reality is lawyers are buried in paperwork. They never make it to trial, and most are underpaid for the first decade. But I was making more in sales in the first year than I ever could practicing law. So I never really looked back.
So are you selling the intimacy on Whatnot?
That's our whole life, right?
I've been arguing my whole life. What did you say?
I said, are you selling the intimacy stuff on Whatnot too?
Not allowed to.
You can't. So
You can't?
Really?
Because I know there's an adult category. Like I'm willing to buy it now.
And the thing is with Whatnot is that they can't prove who's buying this stuff. So
Okay.
it'd be like a kid buying away.
Well, how can they prove who's buying the stuff in other platforms like on eBay?
Yeah, because I have like Playboys listed on Whatnot right
You
now.
can't sell it on eBay anymore.
You can't sell like lubricant and stuff like that on eBay.
Lubricants you can, but not a dildo.
A lubricant, though, they usually put that under health and wellness.
Yeah.
So that's how I got.
Okay.
I can sell on Shopify. And I mean, at the end of the day, all that the people do on Shopify is like verify their birthday, and they can put in anything. So I appreciate them trying to protect people, and I leave it at that. But they really do kind of cock block your ability to make any money.
Yeah.
And I feel bad
Unintended.
that the only thing I had to share so far was the word dildo. So
And
Angie, feel free to butt in. No pun intended again. But
and Playboys are allowed because they use it as advertisement or ephemera or other that categories. So people you can sell I sold Playboys before, but you can't show any the nudity you're selling. So you just cover.
no cock blocking. Yeah. Okay. So let's get back to the Whatnot questions. So Maria, tell us what some I guess issues that you had jumping on the platform. Did you want to sell on Whatnot before you met this fellow right here?
I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, I didn't even know that it existed. I mean, but thinking back to the questions that I bothered you with, so I saw him on Whatnot because he was simultaneously streaming it to me, and it popped up, and I said, "What is this?" And the first question I asked is, "How do you sell on it? Who is on it?" And then I asked if it was oversaturated, and then we met up, and he helped me set up the back end. I will say that I'm sure that the tutorials are really helpful, but I didn't go through them. So the questions that I had may have been answered in those. I just had him sitting there. So I asked him. So he set up the shipping and everything for me on my computer. But the biggest problem that I had, a biggest concern I had was I feel like in the other platforms, the algorithm would push people to you. And I could put a reel out with a funny photo or funny video and it would push people to come through. Whereas in Whatnot, it felt like the only way to get traffic was to bring your own. And that was really hard for me because I didn't want to bring my people onto another platform if I didn't know I was going to perform there and then maybe accidentally introduce them to other people who were selling, especially in the jewelry category. So I was a little concerned about that. And for someone who doesn't already have an established platform, I can see how it could be intimidating to just kind of start and then hope you're going to get people. And it's uncomfortable and awkward to sit in a room with people, then run auctions for 10 seconds and no one's buying anything.
That's what she said. Her biggest fear was sitting there with 3 people and there's no chat movement. And she's just sitting there like, okay, guys, here's the next one. Here's the next one.
Does anyone want to buy this?
Yeah.
Here you go.
It's a common fear that anybody has.
Please support me.
When they go on it. What I liked about her, though, was I post a lot of stuff on my Whatnot to my Facebook. You guys are my Facebook friends. You guys know about that. And I had many people reach out saying, oh, what is this? Can you help get me started? And I'm like, yeah, any questions, shoot me. And then the conversation dies. Like I have to pursue them to help them. With her, she was like, okay, I want this. Here's my questions. How do I do this? How do I do this? And I remember she sent me like a voice memo because it was way too much to type the first time. It was like a 5-minute voice memo. I was like, hey, how does this work? How does this work?
I'm a big believer in fail fast. And if I can find a new platform and get ahead of it, then I'd love to, like I said, hashtag balls deep. So I wanted all the information I want to rip off the Band-Aid. If it's not going to work, at least I'll know now.
Could that be the title of this thing, balls deep?
Yes, please. Yes.
We're not even in the After Dark episode, so things are getting real spicy.
My bad. I forgot. Okay.
No, but hey, let it fly. But I'm just saying, viewer beware. because the after dark will be really after darking. So
Spicy, huh?
but okay, cool. So man, I just have guys. If you again butt in if you have any questions because these hamsters are churning. But what questions do you have for, like, let's say, like, what's the first ever, like, for someone that's new like you were, like the questions that you asked Paul, like what were those questions?
I mean, I asked him some things that now feel pretty basic, but I was like, what is a raid train? I didn't know what moderators were. Why are these random people helping or moderating? How much do you have to pay a moderator, which now seems like a funny thing? How do the giveaways work? How much shipping do I have to pay for the giveaways? Am I going to lose money by offering continuous giveaways if I'm not making any money? Why are people asking me, or why are people offering sponsorships? Why do some people have 500 people in the room and they're not selling anything? Who are these people and why are they mentioned in everyone's bios? Why do people have multiple shows? There was a bunch of different thumbnails, and I was like, I don't know.
Her big thing was she watched one of my streams I was doing on location, and I had just small, medium, and large as my listings. And it was like you were showing one thing, but the picture is completely different. How do you know at the end what small 174 is, and how does it go? Yep. And so which
it broke my brain because I'm a visual person, and I'm like, you're holding up this dirty tissue. People are throwing their panties at you and spending $20 on it, and then what are you doing with it? How do you know they get dirty tissue number 27?
I ship it.
You just write when it sells, dirty tissue number 27.
But he wasn't writing. He was holding his phone and just like, here, dirty tissue number 1. Here, my used T-shirt number 2. Holes, boxers with holes in them number 3. And he was going and going. And I said, do you have an assistant writing? They did also. But then he showed me a box system that he uses. I know some other people label it with like masking tape.
I don't do numbers, Ray. I do boxes. So
you do boxes?
It just makes so much faster. That's why, like,
I just throw it in there. Makes sense.
Yeah, like we could do a 6-hour stream and we can ship it.
So you do like in each box, it's like 1 through 20, or in the next.
How
do you do?
Nashville Flippers will have a box.
Gotcha. That's smart.
And then when you put it, we just put it in your box. And if you overrun your box, we have another box next to your box.
My problem is I don't have space to have 40 boxes out.
Yeah, I don't either.
That's the first thing I do because I do a lot of sales on location now. That's the first thing I do is like, okay, let me figure out where the best place to put all these boxes is, and then let me stream close to it. In my house, I have now, after she cleaned it, we have a lot of space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These look like a storage unit when I got
cleaned that house.
Maria, do you live there in the same town where Paul lives?
No, I do live about a half hour from here, but like I said, I like to learn absolutely everything. So I've actually been at Paul's for the last 4 days straight, just watching him stream, helping with his stream.
We're just friends.
That's it.
Can we go ahead and ask that question? Are we just friends, or are we more than friends?
We have not been on.
What are we doing here?
He's planning our wedding already.
Yes.
I am psychotic, and I told him that anything that we do would need to be so slow that it's painful, because the foundation of friendship's the only way to go. Because I've been married and divorced, and
we're just friends. Right?
This is where we are right now.
Situationship.
That's what I said yesterday. Situationship, but we haven't been on a date. I slept on the couch, but we have great chemistry. Clearly interested, and at this point, I think that his followers think that it's funny. Like, they tuned into the Q&A today, and it was constant questions. I was looking for grammatical errors and typos in people's bios, because that's part of my neurosis. So, but I babysat Sky for 12 hours and cleaned his entire house because I needed everything organized, and I felt like he wasn't being efficient.
I just met her 24 days ago. Yeah. So it's.
And I have roses over there to prove it, because he brought me home roses on Sunday, and he said 22 roses because I've known you for 22 days.
Did you put them all on your teeth? Like, put them all on your teeth and give it to her?
Oh, these long stem.
That would be pretty hard to put 22.
Fucking thing stabbed me with one of those thorns. So
go ahead. Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
And I'm unwilling to ruin this just for a hookup. So
you don't have to hook up. I mean, you can wine and dine, do the whole get to
order
know
for
each other,
someone
boyfriend and girlfriend.
me on a damn date, and that is like the running joke now. People are tipping him, telling him to take. He doesn't feed me. The guy doesn't eat.
Excuse me.
Never
I just
feed
fed
me.
you just now.
No, that
Burger King, yeah. See, that's it.
I
Those
mean,
rodeo burgers, I think, are $1 again. So
Ooh, I'm about to go. If that's true, I'm gonna stop by there today.
What's $1 again?
rodeo.
I think the rodeo burgers with the little barbecue sauce and onion ring.
I don't think I've ever had one.
That sounds fine.
What? Okay, so let's ask some whatnot questions. So you mentioned raid trains, mods, giveaways, and shipping. Which for the people that have never done whatnot, and we're going to clip this. Shout out to Shane that does all of our clips. So for the person that is looking to go on whatnot and sell stuff, explain to the people what a moderator is on the whatnot platform.
A moderator is somebody that helps your show run on the back end so you can focus on the front end. So I can focus on answering questions or selling. The moderator is the one that is pinning a sponsorship or getting my attention if I missed something wrong, answering questions that I maybe missed, pinning stuff like bookmark future shows, bookmark this, follow, subscribe, all these things. If I'm running closed, the moderator can pin sizes and whatever I'm running to show it. It's pretty much.
I still think that's too high level for a new person because you're saying pin and run. Listen,
Well, let's
moderators are my
that's
favorite
great.
people.
That is great, Maria. Like, tell us
Yeah.
what a pin. Everything that we think that we know.
I'm used to this lingo. She's been
Here's
on for a week.
If
so,
you okay, here's what a moderator is to me. A moderator is like my favorite people. So I click on their name if they're in the chat, and I click allow moderator, which basically means you have the power. Okay, it means you have the power to do things other people can't, and one of those things is make announcements. So you can announce something; it'll stay at the bottom of a chat. So if you want to announce that we have giveaways rolling and you should enter it, if you have the power of being a moderator because the host made you a moderator, you can say that and it'll stay at the bottom. So even though people are chatting, it doesn't scroll. Moderators help you by enhancing and reminding people about the things that you would want them to know. And oftentimes it's the people who frequent your shows, so they know your style, they know what you're about to run. For me, it's if you're hot. If you're hot, then I make you a moderator. If you say something mean to me, then I threaten to take it away.
Or if you know Frozen lines.
Yeah, and if you know movie quotes, so today anyone who knew movie quotes, I was like, oh, you get to be a mod and you get to be, I'm like Oprah Winfrey, right? You get to be a mod and you get to be
on
a
my
mod.
stream, by the way, not on her stream.
Frozen 1 or Frozen 2?
This was the quote today was from Frozen 1, and it was I don't remember what that one was, but next time I can do Frozen 2, and I mean I know them both, so it
I
doesn't
think it was
really matter.
sandwiches. We finish each other.
Oh, we finished each other's sandwiches. That's what today was.
Oh.
Maria, how do people find you on Whatnot? What is your YouTube or Whatnot?
Maria Rivero.
You love saying it like that, Maria Rivero.
Maria Rivero.
It's Maria Rivero.
No spaces.
No
just Maria
spaces,
Rivero.
and it's Maria, not Marie, though. I guess I'm Megan now, so I should probably buy the handle Megan Rivera. But
People still think I'm Phil. So
that's true. People do so. Though moderators also, just to kind of get back to that, moderators can also see things that other people can't, right? So
like a red chat.
For example, I didn't know what red chats were. And I'm like, why did what I just say end up in red? So I thought when he told me, well, that means you said something inappropriate, I thought I was talking to just him. So when I said blah, 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 babe, yes, that's me. I said blah, blah, babe. All the moderators could see it and like, you're calling him babe, you guys are together. And I'm like, well, I didn't know that everybody could see it. The way that the moderators can communicate to the host is by putting something in a red chat, and a red chat means that someone said something that's explicit. So what his moderators do is they'll say, hey, you didn't answer this question, and then they'll write the word boobs. So it goes in red. He can see it when everything's scrolling. I also didn't understand why some things were yellow. I'm like, why are these people more important than me? And why are you missing my question? And he said, put a question mark on it, and then I won't miss it. And so I like moderators, and you can make, is this correct? You can make 5 people kind of permanent moderators before a show. This way, if they jump on, they're already a mod, but otherwise you can add an unlimited amount during the show. And as they come and go, they'll continue to be moderators in that show. And I do it as
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Paul's one of my permanent moderators on my shows.
I am. So, I could get like a rate.
Can I do it on my thing on my iPad?
I doubt it.
I can.
I doubt it. I highly doubt it.
We didn't get that. That sucks.
We have the same thing. Do a heart first.
I don't think so. Oh, he gets a heart. Maybe it's because you're here. Go away.
We did it.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
I don't think
There
we're
it is.
You might,
Yes.
there, look
There
at
you
that. Clip that. Clip that.
No,
Yeah.
don't. People
all
gonna
right,
get I'm
so
single. You're gonna give people the wrong idea.
Hey, she's so
Wrong
single.
idea.
So single.
I'm gonna.
oh, he's going in for the smooch. All right,
For the-
so
the
next
kill.
question. For a person that's new and whatnot, do you need to do giveaways for your shows to become successful?
So I'm answering that. No, you don't have to do giveaways, but I have found that they are very helpful, and they don't have to be what I thought they had to be in the beginning. Because I was watching
You
other
can get
people.
a beautiful Disney postcard.
I won a giveaway from him because he kept giving away Starbucks gift cards, and when I won, I thought I was getting Starbucks gift card. Joke's on me. When you enter the giveaway, it says what it is, and in some cases you get garbage. And I got a
A
vintage
1994 vintage Disney postcard. version.
Mickey Mouse post. I was like, "What is this? And where is Starbucks gift card?" And that's when I realized that people can kind of give away anything. So you don't have to give away the farm. So in my first show, I didn't know that, and since I was selling jewelry, I thought my giveaways had to be jewelry. So
Her giveaways were crazy.
I did way too many giveaways, and I gave people, and I sell designer inspired stuff. So like this Cartier bracelet, to give it away, my cost alone on it's going to be $25. And I thought I had to give away
Plus
what I
the
was
shipping,
selling.
plus $5 to
Yes.
ship that.
So since then, I have acquired stickers and bookmarks and all sorts of other things, or gift cards.
Or
and
positive unicorns.
I did get positivity unicorns today,
I
and
love that.
thank you. But I think you should do them? Yes, because something else I didn't know, and you should know it because when you click it, it says it. But in order for people to enter the giveaway, they have to do two things. They have to follow you, and they have to remain in your room for the life of the giveaway. So it gives you an opportunity to show them your personality, which is lovely. They can't just enter all the giveaways and leave. But it also gets you followers, people who come in the room, click the giveaway, stay for a bit, and then leave. They're now following you. And so I do think that it's worth it. And if you get rated, which I didn't know what a raid was either,
Especially if you get
you
rated.
want
So
to.
that's my next question.
Especially if you get rated. And this is why kind of the point is you can have multiple layers of giveaways. You can have
Layers like an onion. What
Like an
movie?
onion,
What
it's
movie?
Shrek.
you can have like postcards or Pokemon cards, and then you can have some better ones like a Starbucks gift card. And when you get rated by like a big seller, for me, a big rate is 20 plus. Anytime you get 20 plus rate, that's a pretty substantial.
Right. Yeah.
I would always run at least a Starbucks gift card because now we have their attention for 5 minutes if they want to win it. And if they haven't seen you, you have a 5-minute sales pitch to show them, tell them who you are, and show them some of your best stuff. And they will follow you. Hopefully, come back, and then during the 5 minutes, you can sell them some really good stuff, so they could stick around for that too. And now, if you just have one basic giveaway of a postcard that some people don't like, the people are like, "What the heck is this postcard? I don't want to be in here," and they'll rate and they'll leave. But something as simple as like a $5 Starbucks, people will wait 5 minutes to have a chance for that, and they do it. There's one big couple here in Miami called Deals to Steal. They always have like 300 in their show, and I saw them rate a smaller person with 8 people, and as soon as he got rated, he started giving away $20 gift cards. He got rated with 300, and he had 8 in his room. And as soon as he got rated, he started giving away $20 gift cards, and he gave them away every 5 minutes, and he kept people in his room for 2 hours. He had 8 people, and he kept just by giving $20 gift cards.
That's smart.
Now, like he was selling stuff during the whole time too, and he probably got some good buyers, but it cost him a lot of money on it. But that right there is just proof that you can keep people in your room with simple stuff like that. Now, I'm sure if it was $5 gift cards, it probably would have dropped quite a bit.
Even a $20 gift card is not going to keep my attention for 2 hours without some
you
level
have
of
to have
personality.
Yeah,
So, Paul, do you have to ship them on Whatnot? You can't do e-cards.
You have to ship something. So like for example, for the ones that we do, for the $5 ones, I ship all those out. Anything over 20, I don't trust the mail in an envelope with that stuff. So we send them a note that says, "Hey, we sent you a message. Check it for your email," and I send them the email code for anything over 20.
But so then it's just a stamp, right?
It's not a stamp. It's a 73-cent.
But it's way less than 4.
There's tracking where it gets shipped and then gets delivered, but there's no tracking in between. And before, I used to just send them all out that way, and I had a $100 one that got lost, and there was no. And so ever since that, I was like, "All right, I'm gonna send codes because." These codes, there's always proof. When they open it, you get an email. your thing was open. So if they want to go to one and say, hey, I never got the code, I'm like, well, here's proof this is your email and you opened it. And so I never had any issues with the virtual codes on it.
Mm-hmm. That's great. That's good information, especially if you're giving away a gift card for $100. That's crazy.
Yeah, and it got lost. I'd be pissed. Yeah.
Yeah, I would be so pissed.
The thing is, he said it got lost. The thing says delivered, but what not always automatically says delivered after 14 days for those things. So it got lost. It didn't get lost. It's pretty much his word against mine. And I don't have any issues. So I just sent him a virtual one. And so if he lied to me, he'll lie to me. But again, that's
But that's on them, not you.
What was it? A Starbucks gift card?
it was a Starbucks gift card. Yeah.
That's a lot of coffee.
Starbucks? Dang.
$200 yeah, that's crazy.
That'll get you 2 drinks.
All right, so Maria, back to Maria. Are you now just selling jewelry, or are you, now that you're doing the storage unit, are you going to go to a different category? What's the plan?
Yeah,
So that's another thing. I didn't understand the category thing because everywhere else, like on TikTok, you just are all lumped in with everybody and the algorithm shows you. Whereas here you have to tell people what you are. And I don't like labels. I'm like, what if I want to sell a bunch of different shit?
Obviously.
So, yeah, exactly. And so right now I'm in the jewelry category every time I go live, unless I go into the community room. But when we do our storage unit sale, which I don't know when that is, next week or something like that, we'll be in the storage unit category. And what we decided to do is we'll just go back and forth. If we have 2 days worth of stuff, we'll do one on one account, one on the other. But I don't pigeonhole myself. I love multiple streams of income, right? So I am going to sell the jewelry all through October. And then when Black Friday hits, my intimacy shop opens back up. Then in December, I'll continue to sell the jewelry and we'll do storage units throughout. And maybe because of you, I'll start live selling on YouTube. I mean, whatever I have time for, you throw everything at the wall, see what sticks. Yeah.
So our goal with storage units right now is to buy it, record it, put it out on social media because she's really big on social as well. So put it out on the TikToks and Instagrams and the YouTubes, and then say, hey, if you guys want this stuff, come to mine and her show. And the thing is, I will stream one day on my account, second day will be on her account. If there's enough for 3 days, I'll go back to my account for it, whatever. It depends on the storage unit that we buy. And that way, hopefully, both channels grow and both for socials grow.
And we're monetizing it. So we have the full YouTube video and we're really funny together. So when we did the unit, we weren't together. And I'm not saying we are now, but the reality is we definitely weren't. It was still super, super friend zone. And when you watch it, everything that you see was just 100% organic and how it happened. Like we found a little broom. I told him the storage unit he was buying was junk. And so when we went to record it, I was like,
she was right.
I was right, but
you didn't hear that.
The reality is, although I was right, it's a numbers game. There's enough in there that we can sell it all for $1 to make a profit. So, but as we're opening it, I'm like, I mean, it was junk after junk after junk, and we found
don't spoil the video.
We found a little broom, and I was mad because there was a maple leaf, like a felt maple leaf in the first box, in the bottom of the box, just this craft thing. And I remember thinking, oh, this probably goes to something. Well, this idiot threw it away. And I found the broom. Listen, I found the broom and I was like, oh my God, I know where the leaf is to this. And now it's a complete thing. He's like, well, I threw that away. And I'm like, you're going to tell me that you'll keep this water damaged trash book and sell that, but you didn't keep this decorative thing to complete this piece. He's like, someone will buy it incomplete. So I hit him with the broom and I meant it. And then
it was live.
And I put that reel on Facebook to drive traffic to the YouTube video to hopefully and have people watch because it's entertaining. I mean,
and she was afraid to touch things, so she would use hangers as her hands to move things, and I was like, oh, I'm working with Edward Hanger Hands over here.
Which was in the moment.
It became a thing too.
Until yesterday, someone jumped inside of my Whatnot show, and they're like, oh, look, it's Edward Hanger Hands.
It was like Cajun Reseller was Chris. He watched.
Yeah. Chris, we love him.
He went through her streams like, oh my God, it's Edward Hanger Hands.
And then I did my first garage sale this past Sunday with him, and he recorded that, and I crushed it finding badass Coast shoes for $2 that he had. See, he's so desensitized, he's not excited anymore. Whereas I'm like fucking pulling up Google and eBay, and I'm like, I'm going to dual lens this. And in the beginning.
So nice to be a new reseller, right, guys?
Yeah.
I'm going to a garage sale to buy things to resell. Yeah. Wow. But you forget. And so he's just like looking around. All right, I'm ready to go. And I was like, we just got here.
Like 25 minutes, and I'm like, there's like 4 things here. Let's go.
No, and so I found this mop vacuum thing, and I was like, well, why isn't this good? And so he's looking it up, and I'm haggling because hashtag never pay full price.
No.
And the lady,
And you know, my viewers hate when I haggle.
Well-
So I'll be like, hey, this is 5. Can you get 3 for it?
And so
she would go and she would haggle for
I
me.
was haggling for a shower curtain rod because his came down and she wouldn't come down in price, which is fine because I'll walk away from anything just because out of spite. And he looked at the mop and he's like, he didn't tell me till after we got in the car, but it was $100 on eBay.
Sure
and she's
was.
like, I'll bring your shirt. You can have that and the curtain rod for $20. And I was like, So I was, but it was exciting. And
Yes.
I get that later on, maybe it won't be as exciting, but right now, especially with what I'm getting dopamine and serotonin wise,
Yeah.
it's making me want to work more. And my excitement will end up being really contagious and the energy will make more people want to watch the shows. And it's genuine.
And it's way more fun for me to go shopping with her.
Oh,
Because
for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
she's a people person and God dates the people. So
Yeah.
like this one guy at the first day I was just in love with her, just would
Yeah.
not stop.
That's
I
okay
forgot
though.
his name.
I don't remember his name, but I do remember that you wouldn't let me buy the things I want. That's another problem I'm having. I'm going on Whatnot and spending more than I'm making because I'm like, oh, that's such an amazing deal. And that's such an amazing deal. And oh, I could resell that. Oh, that's a great Christmas present. And I'm realizing very quickly, my assistant said, there's a lot of Whatnot charges, but aren't we using that for income? He's putting it in the wrong category. And I was like, no, those are purchases. And he's like,
it's
well,
an investment.
what
All
category?
business expenses.
And I was like, marketing? They go in the marketing category. He's like $60 in pens. I didn't even know what pens were. Or
She didn't
or
buy them from me. Don't get me.
focals.
I didn't charge $60 for pen.
I bought all his advertising spots in the beginning because I didn't know. I'm watching him. I appreciated that he was helping me for free. We weren't dating.
I told her to stop.
So I
doing
kept
that.
buying those Starbucks gift cards.
So
Maybe-
are we dating now?
well, it depends on your definition of dating.
Yeah.
Said we're.
That's a
now.
no. That's a no.
That's a past
Oh,
tense.
what is your
What's the-
definition of dating?
what's the
That's
present
question.
Top of that question, Jesus.
I can tell you for certain that because I'm a foodie and Italian, if someone doesn't feed me,
Yes.
they cannot consider themselves as dating me
No Burger King for you.
until he takes me on a date.
Date.
No, we're not dating. Though,
We're not exclusive.
well,
Olive
def-
Garden.
well,
Olive Garden it is.
I'm not.
ooh,
Olive Garden.
breadsticks, unlimited
You
soup
like
and
Olive
salad.
Garden?
Well,
That's not a first date.
why?
It's not fancy. You can't dress.
Olive Garden's. I love Olive Garden.
I love Olive Garden.
You eat it every day.
I think people
Anyone
like.
wants to take me on an Olive Garden date? I'm down. Let's
Yes.
go.
There you go.
That's it.
All
And you
your
re-
moms that want to marry me would take me out.
Oh yeah, clearly.
Have you ever taken the Alfredo sauce and put it inside of a breadstick?
Inside of
Yes, you can gut the breadstick just enough, pour the little boat of Alfredo sauce inside. Oh my God.
It's not very long.
Let's get the breadsticks and wipe it in the salad bowl. Get the sauce.
Oh, yes.
Okay. What's his
That's
name?
right.
Brandon?
Yeah.
He's my person. Brandon Rivero.
Well, anyways, you were. Oh yeah, she was spending money on sponsorships, and I told her, hey, like you don't have to do that. It's
Yeah.
like we'll promote you without.
But
the
then he would
sponsors.
forget because his ADHD is terrible. Like today, we were live together.
I
And
did a bad job of promoting.
not only did you do a terrible job, but I'm a little afraid to go live, and which is crazy. 13 years I've been live everywhere
You
else.
see how
but
terrified she is to do this interview.
Whatnot
Yeah,
is.
She's so quiet. She's
But
so shy.
I'm scared of doing
Such
it.
an introvert.
I'm scared. Your sarcasm is just dripping.
Tripping like my Riz.
Riz. I'm too old for Riz.
The
And
Rizzler.
I'm afraid to go live on Whatnot. So I thought we would do our morning show and I would spend 2 hours on his show and then we would raid me. This way I could continue talking to people. And this, I'm not going to curse, but this man, instead of thinking, let's raid Maria, he starts going, who should we raid? Let me look at these random
These
people. And I
thoughts were
got
in her head and never out loud.
so mad.
I'm supposed to know this thought is in her head
I got
somehow.
so
Yes. Yes.
Somehow I'm supposed to figure out. Hey,
Who did you end up rating?
some random person with 7 people in the room.
we rated another community host person. It was a community show.
Don't do it.
Don't read that.
I-
You didn't see that.
So
Don't read that.
Yeah, right?
it's okay. It's just never going to live it
Joe
down.
Joe
ever.
loves me. It's okay. Joe doesn't want to.
The one who hates
No,
the Eagles.
no, Joe is just mad that his wife likes me more than him.
That's a fact.
That's
a fact.
true. Yes.
That's a fact.
He's from Minnesota. so-
Although she doesn't even know who you are anymore, Paul. We don't.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been out of the whole YouTube loop for a while, so people
Yeah.
forget who I am. I'm always live on Whatnot if you guys want to come find me.
And you're off the Marco.
Yeah, you
I've already I did
podcast
the
on
Marco.
Marco.
Maybe Maria's on the Marco.
Yeah, maybe Maria. But Oh, there we go.
And that was like 10 years ago. I had.
Right,
That's still a
see?
thing.
Thank you. They all had a marker group, and they would continue to blow it up, and I wouldn't get anything done, so I had to delete the app.
I didn't even know. I'm really a homebody, and I don't have a lot of friends. I just work all the time. So I didn't have Marco Polo because
That's why we're perfect for each other.
Because we just want to work more
Yeah.
and more and more and take everything over. I think we should buy a warehouse just to get rid of all of the shit that's in here. And we're going to do a live sale from my house because I'm way too bougie and I don't use any of my shit. So it's in bins. And I'm like, let's do a live sale from my house and we'll do like an unboxing. Who knows what we're going to find. I have thrown away stuff.
Yeah,
Like watching what he can sell.
She was like, I wish I met you like 2 years ago. The stuff I threw
He
away.
can, once I'm done drinking out of this, he can sell the empty container and
Sure can.
someone will buy it and it kills me. And I'm watching people buy this and I'm like, this has to be some sort of weird nightmare. These people, and I'm not gonna say anything about their personalities, but you just can sell anything. You can sell junk. I don't get it.
You can.
I don't get it, but I can't. I am delightful.
You only had 4 shows, babe.
The people
That
are
is
not
true.
people are not
So
buying things
that's the
because
thing
the price
with her
point.
is that we have to always like she has 4 shows. She already has over 700 followers and
That's
only
not-
4 shows.
That's not a lot.
Which
It's
is-
because of the raids.
which is crazy, by the way.
He likes to hype me up and he's very sweet. But we went live
no.
yesterday. No one bought any of the regular price stuff. They only bought the cheaper
No.
stuff. I think Whatnot lends
No,
itself to
you
the
had
cheaper stuff.
Melinda bought the $69 box.
That was a pity box.
69, haha.
I know you like my prices. What can I
She had
say?
$69 mystery box.
I got to keep things
Yeah.
spicy. I like to entertain myself. If I'm not making any money, I'm at least.
But we
Yeah,
looked
might as
at the
well.
orders today when we were packing them, and most of the people that bought it were either my buyers or her
mine.
buyers from Facebook that
They're
she brought
not
over
new.
to Whatnot. And I think only had like 1 or 2 people that
And
bought
that
that
is-
weren't either.
That's
one of us.
hard. I think that for me, that's the hardest part. You have to, and just like with TikTok, anywhere else, like you keep saying, you have to just keep doing it. And I don't want to. It is uncomfortable. I don't like that I have to be live for 2 hours and maybe I'll get one person who buys something. That is hard. And it's
And
you guys
unfortunately,
don't remember it.
Unfortunately, there is no cheat code to Whatnot, right? It's not like you can just like.
Well,
I don't know
apparently
where-
there is. If you have a ton of money and you want to go in some of
Oh,
these
yeah.
rooms and buy a fucking gift.
Some people
That's true.
they can go to like a cool Kickstarter, Joe Hollywood, buy a nuke sponsor for $500.
I mean, I'm
and
single.
get
Can we
followers.
just find the really big people and I'll hang out with them and see if they'll promote me?
Probably yes.
You like?
They would.
You cut that part out, right?
I'm just saying.
So is this relationship an investing opportunity?
I'm not.
Are we putting Paul under market?
I didn't even know you had followers. You should have seen when he was telling me originally about Whatnot, and he told me he had 50,000 followers. I was impressed, of course, but I had no idea. Like, I was like, this, oh my God, it must be so easy to get followers. Because I
Wait,
just.
so how did that conversation go? So Paul's like, just so you know, I have like 50,000.
That was the pickup line. That was the pickup line. By the way.
So when I created my profile and I met him at the Panera and he was showing me the different parts of it. And I said, how can I get followers? And how do I see who they are? And so he showed me all the different pieces and he had his pulled up on his phone and I was on my computer. And so as he's scrolling through showing me everywhere, like I didn't have any shows made. So he showed me how to make a bunch at once. So I'm seeing all of his. So when he showed me how to find the followers, I saw his and he had 50,000 followers.
Not
And
50,000.
whatever it was, I was thinking,
something.
and this is no offense to you, but I'm thinking, well, if this guy has 50,000, you can probably get something like that overnight, right? I
What do you
had
mean?
no
No offense
idea.
to me. It sounds like a lot of offense to me.
I just figured he was a regular Joe Schmo. Like who
He is.
It's like no offense, but then you say something really offensive after.
Well, I just
no
feel
offense,
like
but
the
if
people,
this loser can get 50,000, then
I feel like the people.
so easily.
P.S. Before this, the only thing I knew about him was that he was a man whore, which is still true, and
Very
but part of the
That's
reason
a
I'm not dating, and that he has a really thick accent and sells junk. So I didn't think there's any way to get a bunch of followers. When
And I
every
can do a
other
dirty dance
platform,
with it. You
the
forgot
people that have a lot of followers,
Forgot-
it's
you
the
forgot
couples or the women with sex appeal. Like,
I have a lot of sex appeal,
yeah, but it's usually the women with sex appeal.
and I can do dirty dancing with.
But you weren't making yours a thirst trap. So I didn't think that you had.
Yeah, there it is.
He
That's
wasn't
what it
turning
was.
it into a thirst trap.
This is just me.
You really don't try, but you have a
No.
lot of mod wives and a lot of fucking whatnot.
Mod wives.
Because people are obsessed with him,
Yes.
constantly sending him gifts. And I have a horrifically jealous side. So when someone pops in the chat and they're like, hey, Paul, looking good, I'm like, hi, obviously you haven't met me. I'm Maria.
Who is this bitch?
Remove
Yeah.
your mod code if you don't slow your roll. By the way, we're just friends. And
That's it.
Gotcha, but we're just friends.
Yeah, stab me
Okay,
right now.
so let's answer this
stab you.
question, and then we'll move into the After Dark episode. You guys mentioned followers. So the people that are listening, what is the best practices that you both have had, Paul, with the more experienced whatnot training, if you will, and Maria being a newbie, if you will, to gain followers on the whatnot platform? What is the best way to gain new followers on the whatnot platform?
Going live.
Explain.
You hit the go live button,
Well, expand.
and then you have to be live for at least 2 hours, I always say. And then during that time, you're entertaining. People come into your room. You welcome everybody. You show off your best self for 2 hours. And by that time, hopefully, just through whatnot pushing you out, or maybe somebody giving you a raid, or just people scrolling through and finding your room, you find people that will like you for who you are, not because you bought a sponsorship at somebody's show 2 hours ago and they forced you to click follow. And that's the best practice. I said I can go into people's room and buy sponsors all day, maybe get 100 followers that way, or I can go live for 2 hours and get 100 followers that way. There's no like easy formula for it. I mean, there is an easy formula if you have an infinite amount of money. If you go live and give away PS5s, you will blow up, right? But who can do that? But the easiest way is you have to just grind it out. Grind it out. Check out. Try different time spots, different days, maybe 10 a.m., maybe 2 p.m., and maybe 7 p.m. Try to figure out where your people are best and figure it out. It's a long haul, unfortunately. That's my advice.
Okay.
Maria, that will tell you.
Maria.
I think the first thing is a perspective shift, right? Like, why do you need a lot of followers? When you can accept the fact that followers aren't purchasers, then you take the pressure off of needing a certain amount of followers or wanting it for validation purposes or to keep up with the Joneses. It doesn't seem like whatnot pushes people out just because they have more followers necessarily, but you'll see that some people have less followers, but more people in their room. So for me, I've noticed that going into rooms and engaging with the hosts, kind of like hosts want someone to talk to, unless they're one of those people just like grinding out sneakers or purses. They want someone to talk to.
And I never also get those people that just grind out stuff. I don't know how they always have so many people in the room. I don't know. There's no personality and no nothing. They're like, all right, chat, size 8. All right, chat, size 9. That's all they say.
Come on, chat, bid chat.
It's like auctioneer. Sound like auctioneer.
I mean, whatever works for them, whatever floats your boat. For me, it's about creating a tribe and a community. And so it's kind of like collecting people, right? So you go into a group, you go inside of a whatnot show and somebody only has maybe 10 people. You start asking them questions. It's going to help them, give them someone to talk to. Maybe eventually they'll make you a mod. You build that relationship. And now the next time that you're live, they're going to see your name, recognize it. They'll want to raid you. And we didn't talk much about raiding, but I didn't realize what that was. And now I don't think I'd ever go live on whatnot without ending it by rating someone else, which is essentially pushing the people in my room. It physically pushes them and dumps them into another person's room, kind of like hey, here's the gift of 20, 30, 40, 100 people that you didn't have before. Capture them before they leave. And if you can capture them, then great, you have new people and I'm sharing them with you. And that's how you create the community.
That only got established like a year ago.
The rating?
Yeah, the rating thing.
I think it's so much fun. It's definitely unique to the platform. I think in other places you want to kind of keep your people to yourself, which makes everyone have to stand alone and you're on an island. It's as if we're competition. Whereas here, everyone, in the storage unit category, he knows everybody. And he's like, oh, this person's on, maybe they'll have something else. And I get that it's slightly different because there's different stuff in every storage unit. But sometimes, you're all selling 925 at some point, and it's more.
And I've told it that it happened to bite me in the butt a lot of times when I rate somebody into I like to rate into smaller sellers. And then a lot of times my buyers go in there and then I see them on a regular, my buyers are there now instead of into my shows because they sell exactly what I sell, but it's cheaper in that person's room. So like it has bit me in the butt rating other people that are in my category, but it's not going to stop me from doing it.
I think the good karma of what you're doing will end up outweighing it in the long run. And even for me, I was like, why would I want to rate another jewelry person and give them someone else to see in the jewelry category? Well, you have to remember, especially in sales, that what you're selling is you, not just the product. So people are going to want to come in to see your show. I love line dancing, and I did a community chat a couple nights ago with a little motivational speech, and I did a line dance.
She crushed
it's going to be different because it's me and my personality. So they can buy the bracelet from somebody else, but at the end of the day, what they want is to support me. So they'll buy the bracelet from me and they'll keep coming back into my show. So I would say the best way to get followers to me is creating that connection with other people, because then you have the community. Always having a giveaway rolling if you can, especially if it's not going to cost you much, and making sure that you are recognizing that what they want is connection with you. So if they're not going to get followers nearly as quickly if the camera's never on you, which you don't have to have it on you, but if it's never on you, it's always staring at a table. And when people come in the chat, they hear complete silence because you're off doing something else.
If you look like this, the camera should be on
24/7. If you come into the chat and people, I mean, I've done that before. We've been swiping through shows. We get there. Nobody notices. Like, his name, when we pop in a chat, some people are like, oh my God, Phlipper. Well, if you're not watching your chat and you're off having a conversation with someone in your family and you're like, hey, chat, let me know whenever you want a pen. I mean, people are going to come and go. They're not going to follow you. But if you dump them in the room and they get an experience, they're going to want more of it.
There's also been times, I think, on Sunday when I rated somebody and they were looking at the chat and I rated them with like 70 people.
They didn't even know they had a raid.
By the time they saw the raid, it was right down to 15.
Yep.
Because they were just not paying attention, doing their own thing. They're like, oh my God, I got raided. Oh, where'd everybody go?
Mm-hmm.
You were in your La La Land for 5 minutes, so everybody left.
But that's why it's really important. As soon as you see it, it's why it's important to have mods, right? Because if that person had mods, the mods would have seen it, and the mods could have said something, and the mods could have red chatted it, and then to run a giveaway right away. This way, people want to stay and capture them. Like if you get a raid, in my opinion, don't spend the next 5 minutes saying, oh, hey, guy, like, hey, Lauren, hi, Marie, welcome this, welcome that. No, you have 5 minutes to capture their attention.
Go.
And you want to show them what you have, why you're special, what you're giving away, and why they should come back, I think.
Yeah.
Good info.
I love it. I love it. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming on, Maria. It's been a pleasure. And we'll definitely talk some more about some adult intimacy in the After Dark episode, so stay tuned for that because things might get a little slippery, pun intended. But Maria, where can the people find you?
I'm on Whatnot, and my name on there is Maria Rivero, and they can find me Maria Rivero Official on every other social media platform: Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. And you can also, every time you see Phlipper, for the foreseeable future, I'm going to be in the show.
Yes.
Can I be in your MySpace top 8?
Duh, I already put you there because we have a similar name.
All right, cool.
There you go.
Just want to make sure.
Well, guys, thank you. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff, and put down in the comments if you have any Whatnot questions, and Maria can answer those. So my name is Ray.
I'm Brendan.
Joe.
I'm Brendan.
Joe.
I'm
It's
Angie.
Brendan.
That's Brendan.
Angie.
That's Brendan.
And we'll catch you guys
That's
on the flip
Paul.
side.
And
See y'all. God
the
bless.
not dating crew.